Hi there, in this video we are going to go over how to simplify expressions. Whoops. So to begin with, our I can statement for today is I can simplify expressions. All right, so an expression is simplified when there are no parentheses, no like terms, and no double signs. And what do I mean by double signs? What I mean is this. If you end up with a plus minus anywhere in your simplified quote-unquote expression, I want you to change this to be just a minus. If you end up with a negative or a minus a negative, then I want you to turn that into a plus. You should not have double signs. The whole point of simplifying an expression is that you rewrite an equivalent expression using as little terms and operations as possible. All right, so step one, use the distributive property first if possible. This is to get rid of the parentheses. Step two, you want to combine all your like terms. And step three, which is what I said earlier, just make sure you don't have any double signs, okay? Again, I don't want to see these together. So let's look at our first example here. We have 5n minus 8y plus 2 minus n minus 6 plus 5y. So what we're going to do is step one is to use the distributive property. If there's parentheses, there are no parentheses. So we can move on to combining like terms. So when we combine our like terms, 5n's is like terms with this negative n. Remember, when you combine like terms, or whenever you are looking at the like terms, right? You are looking at the plus or minus in front of the number as the sign of the number. Okay, so this is in fact a positive 5n, and this term is a negative n. So 5n plus negative 1n will get you 4n. All right, and now we're going to look at our next set of like terms. We've got this negative 8y, positive 5y. Negative 8 plus 5 gets you negative 3y. All right, and next we have this positive 2 here and a negative 6. So positive 2 plus negative 6 will get you negative 4. So we have here 4n minus 3y minus 4 is our final expression. All right, I hate when people ask me, well, is this a negative or a minus? Same thing here. It's the same thing, right? So if you're reading the expression, it's read as 4n minus 3y minus 4. If you are asked what three terms make up this expression, it would be 4n, negative 3y, and negative 4. All right, just so we are clear, what's a minus, what's a negative? All right, number 2, we have here a negative next to the parentheses. Whenever you have this, I automatically want you to insert the 1. And now we are going to distribute a negative 1. Negative 1 times 4x gets you negative 4x. Negative 1 times negative 2 gets you positive 2. And the rest of this, we're just going to drop down. Okay, next I want you to combine your like terms. So we have a negative 4x that's like terms with a positive 10x. Negative 4x plus 10x gets you 6x. Then we have here positive 2 plus 13 will get you positive 15. All right, so your final answer here would be 6x plus 15. All right, number 3, don't be scared of the fraction. We have 1/2 outside of the parentheses, and that's what we're going to start with distributing. 1/2 times 2x gets you 1x, or just x. Half of 12 gets you 6, and half of 10y gets you positive 5y. And then this last piece drops down. All right, next we are going to combine 1x, right, there's a 1 here, and negative 1.5x. You should know how to do 1 plus negative 1/2, right? So if you don't, I'm going to just do it on the side, right? 1 plus negative 1.5. I'm going to put this over 1, and I'm going to turn this improper. So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 gets me 3. So I have negative 3 over 2 here, and then I have this 1 over 1. This 1 over 1 is really 2 over 2, and Then I have this negative 3 over 2, right? Because we need common denominators of 2. And now we have negative 1/2. So here, when you combine these like terms, you end up with negative 1/2 x. All right, and next we have this positive 5y. And then we have this positive 6. It's always good to put your variables in the front of your expression and your constants at the back or in the end. In the high school, they really, really do care about that. For my class, if you by chance get, as long as you have the correct terms, no double signs, I will mark it correct. But I'm going to try to get you into that habit from now. All right, so here's our next example. We do have parentheses here, but you'll notice inside the parentheses here is just a negative 1. There's no operation. And then inside the parentheses here is negative 4. Again, there's no operation. So we don't really need to worry about distributing anything. So let's focus on our like terms. So we have a 3/14 x and a negative 2/7 x. This negative 2/7 x, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2, so I get a negative 4 over 14 x. And now I'll be able to combine, right? Now I can combine 3/14 x plus negative 4/14 x to get negative 1/14 x. You cannot add fractions unless you have common denominators. All right, moving on. We have our constants. We have this constant of negative 1, this constant of negative 4. Together they combine and you get negative 5. All right, at this point, I want you to pause the video and try to do the you try problems at the bottom. All right, by now you should have paused the video and let's try it and see how we do. So 2 times negative 10x will get us negative 20x. 2 times negative 2x gets us negative 4x, and then we drop down the plus 7. Now we're going to combine our like terms. Negative 20x plus negative 4x gets you negative 24x, and then this plus 7 drops down. All right, over here in our next example, we have a negative 1 outside of the parentheses that we can't forget about because we need to start off distributing that. So negative 1 times 1 2/3 x is negative 1 2/3 x. Negative 1 times 8 gets you negative 8, and the rest of this drops down. Okay, next we're going to combine our like terms. So negative 1 2/3 x plus negative 4x gets us negative 5 2/3 x. Next, we're going to add our constants. Negative 8 plus 2 will get us negative 6. All right, so that is how we simplify expressions. Thank you so much for watching.